Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Timberborn Part 4 with our Emberpelt friends who are currently enjoying the fire because that is what Emberpelts like. If we take a look at their well-being, fire. They love fire. They hate wet fur, and I have had a weird thing happening. I was just letting the game run between videos just to let stuff get restocked, and I don't know, maybe it's been fixed because there's been an update to Emberpelts. Pardon me as I adjust my microphone. There we go. There's been an update to the Emberpelts, and I'm not sure if that's what was causing it, but the two beavers that worked here kept getting wet fur, which is odd. This is nowhere near water. Like, even if we go, like, underground, there's, like, no water at all. And there's really no way for them to get in the water that I can see. It's just... I think it was just something bugged. The fact that they're going underground or something to get the clay. Or this requires water. Maybe it was leaking inside. I don't know. But they don't currently have a way to get in the water. So I'm not really certain how it was happening. I'll be interested to see if it happens again here as we get to our next day. However, we are ready to start expanding, and I think what I would like to do is jump up here and get started with a couple of gatherers, and then I am going to build the storage for the scrap metal, like just right here, right next to where they are. And then we're also going to find a suitable location. That's a beautiful spot right there for some haulers. We will, for now, just stick with the default 5. We don't have quite enough beavers to go with 10. Somebody remind me in a video or two that we need to boost that back up, because I will forget. And then I want a place to store the metal blocks, but I don't want to use necessarily this fertile land here. Thinking brain and trying to engage. Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe we could like just put them up the stairs here for now. A lot of this is going to change once we get dynamite and all that. Spoilers. But for now, we're kind of where we are. So yeah, we're kind of where we are. Wow, the stuff that I say is just staggering. So can I just, yeah, I can plop that right there, run that like that, then we can get something else back here if we need to. So cool. This will get us all kinds of good stuff for metal blocks underway. They should be coming over here to build this next, though. Yes, they are, but we do have some, or no, actually this is going to be next. So let's speed things up and get to work on that. And then while that is doing its thing, I mean, obviously I would love to jump straight to capping off with a bad water rig way over here in our 2 bad water sources. But that's just kind of silly to go that hard because, one, we don't have any metal beams yet. So for now, we're just going to unlock the bad water pumps and get a couple of those going as well. Right up here should be fine for that. We'll throw another one right here, sort of next to it. And then we'll run our path over in like that. And then for their storage, again, I don't really want them going all that far. I want them kind of just having to like duck out. So we'll go like that right there. That will be for our bad water, and then we can process that bad water down here somewhere. One thing I have discovered, and I'm gonna have to deal with it, is I can't get a vertical power shaft next to this. I mean, I can do that part, but then I can't get anything on top of it. So I'm gonna have to bring power off of here straight across I'm gonna have to go back, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back and around. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. There's just not anywhere else good to really pull power off of. So yeah, that's we're gonna have to do that, because if I try to go here, I'll still need to go up again, and it just won't work. They're just interfering with the windmills. It's fine. We'll deal with it. It'll be okay. So we'll put that there for now, so that they can start working on that. And then I just want, for now, just one centrifuge. And since we're going right here by the water, you know what? Let's let's do something like this. We only have to come like straight over like that. I think that should get us there. Yeah, that'll do fine. And then this can connect like so, right like that. And actually, no, that one needs to be an uppies. Yeah, it needs to be uppies. Everybody knows uppies. There we go, uppies. And then it'll go over, and then it will go over here. And remembering where all my stuff is, there, cool. That'll get it started. It won't get us all the way there, but at least we'll get a good start on it. And then for storage, for the extract. Do I want to go ahead and unlock one of these pig duders? I could. I mean, we have the resources. I think, do we have bricks? Oh yeah, we have plenty of bricks. And we have plenty of science. Yeah, let's go ahead and unlock a large tank. That fits nicely there. This will be for the extract, which will be made there. Did I mark that for bad water? I did. And they are still working on this up here. We have the bricks. It's just a really long trip for them to get up there. So we will get that built. And then I think the next thing after this will be our hauling post. Which, yeah, okay, cool. So how many jobs have we added? These require one each, so there's 2 there. And then there's 2 more there, so 4, 5, 10. We have 11 beavers available, so we should think about housing. Let's come in here with 1, because they can reach right here. Should probably start unlocking some of the higher capacity housing too. So if I put that there, that's connected to the path, right? Yeah, it totally is. I love that. It still just boggles my mind that it's a thing. Like, it just makes me so happy that it is. But yeah, so like if I go there, that is connected to the path. They should be able to reach that to build that, and then that'll give me 6 more beavers. We still have a lot back here making science, which is a good thing. So if we get to the point that we're struggling, we can add some more on there. So there we go. We've got haulers, and now they are working down here. So we're going to just speed things along, get a lot of this built out. Actually, let's look at it from this angle so that we can see up here as well. Of course, it's nighttime, so we're not going to see much of anything at the moment. But yeah, let's get some of this built out. Alright, cool. So we've got all that built. Took a little bit longer than I expected because we're low on workers. We had some die of old age, and the babies hadn't grown up yet. It's fine. And, oh wow, they even got that house built. I'm kind of surprised that happened that fast, but okay, cool. So what I'm thinking that we can do, if we wanted to add like another house back here, Like we could get, yeah, see, that would be right there on the path. That would be cool. But with the dynamite, well, the dynamite's the next thing we're going to do. About some dynamite that's soon underway. That's not true because I haven't built it yet. Would be a good thing to do. That's going to be under landscaping. So the explosives factory is 4? Yeah, 4. And I'm going to put it like here, not in the water, but like right here on some platforms. And now that we have metal blocks, let's do overhangs. Let's start getting these unlocked. That makes me happy. Yes. So we'll put that on top of these dudes. I will eventually click the right button. Maybe. I'm just looking right at it. There we go. Put that in there. And then storage. Storage. I think I see what I want to do for storage. We're going to do another little overhang here. Or should I just do... We're going to be fine. I'll say, should I just do platforms? It'll be alright. Here I'm going to do just platforms, I think. No, because we need to. Because what I need to do is get them up here. I want to do. Oh, I guess I didn't unlock that. I want to do a large warehouse up here and get them away up. So we would do like that, and then down here we would need 1, 2, like this right here. Yeah, that should be fine. So speed that back up. And then they will need a way up, so we will throw in some stairs. Put that there, and then this will be our explosives storage. It's going to take a little bit to get that built, just because they haven't quite gotten the blocks made yet. In fact, it's going to be quite a while before that gets done because of our worker shortage. With 14 babies in the wings here, it's gonna be a minute. That's okay. What I'm gonna do is plan out where we're gonna go up here. I want to blast this down to this level. It'll be still 1 block higher than that. It kind of has to be in order to keep the water from flooding over, and that's fine. We'll leave it that high, but I want to get up there. But that's not gonna cut it unless I use ladders. Ladders are always the answer, aren't they? Yep. Cool. And then I can just run this path back, and then I just want to blast a good chunk of this down by 2, just to give us some space here to use. Let's go with all of this for now. See how far they can reach. And we may go a little bit farther back that way and a little bit more up towards the front here as well. So let's give them a path to accommodate that so that we can blast up this direction. Yeah, that'll work. And then we won't worry about over there for now. Here, I may want to go ahead and bring this down by 1. So, to accommodate that, we might do something like this. Just some stairs. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Some stairs down, and then these just get blasted by 1. Though it's behind that wall, I could come down 2 on these. I could come down 3 on all of that, but no, I want that connected. So yeah, we'll just do the 1 on that. And we're burning through the science points, but that's okay. So at this point, we just need to wait on some beavers to be grown up into adults. Because right now we are struggling a bit to get anything that we need for this construction built. Though it looks like we do have somebody here now. Yeah, we're only down to 4 missing workers, so yeah, it's gonna take a minute, but it looks like they're making some progress, so we should be able to jump into here and watch them get a lot of this done. So as I've been waiting somewhat impatiently for all the dynamite to get placed, it's just taking a while because these dudes can only make like, you know, 1 every 3 hours. So they're getting like 5 done a day. So of course it's going to take a while. I want to expand our housing now a little bit more, and to do that, we're going to go right here. And the reason being is this area over here is going to become more farmland. Excuse me as I hiccup. And so we're going to need space or beavers to work those spaces. My goodness, I just suddenly get the hiccups as I decide to unpause the recording. So yeah, fun. So we're gonna add in just a few more houses here and keep them all going the direction that the others have been going. And that will give us a few more beds, give us a few more beavers. Another thing that I've noticed is the bad tide keeps taking our apple orchard out. So I had planned on adding expanded orchards over here, but I really wanted to get it blasted down some before I did. And I'm not really sure like that this is going to be all that immune. Like, this comes back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that they're getting impacted by the bad tide. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we wouldn't really have a lot of space that would be protected. So I could plant more apple trees, but the same thing is just going to keep happening. Is every time we get a bad tide, they're going to get wiped out. And then it takes them so long to grow back. I mean, it takes them pretty much a whole cycle to grow back. And that's then only after they've been replanted. Like, some of these are a little further along. But if we just keep getting bad tide after bad tide, like we had 2 back to back, we're not going to have any apples, and therefore we're not going to have any apple juice. So that's a bit of a problem that we're going to need to address. I'm not 100% certain how I want to address that yet. I'm thinking maybe we lose just a row of trees and put in the contamination barriers. I mean, that would be preferable over constantly losing all the trees, I think. That may be the route that I go with. We'll have to just wait and see what happens here on our next cycle. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning in that direction right now, though. But we'll see. We've got our houses built. We're getting there on the dynamite. We've only got 13 remaining, so just a couple more days. And then once that's done, we'll be able to come over here and get this stuff built. I do have some dams going over to hold a little water back there. A few more dams that are going to hold water for this area, so that hopefully, even during a drought, this stays all nice and fertile for planting. This whole upper section's done, so it's just right here. These lower bits, these 10. So just a couple of days. So we will jump cut to when this is ready to blast. All right, it is all done. It is all armed. Well, not all of it. I didn't arm every one of them. You know what I mean. So let's blast it. Always so satisfying. So we can now get rid of those. They can come over here and start getting to work on that area, and we're going to extend this path around. Oh, I miscounted how many I needed to placed there. Oops, I thought I had enough. That's fine. We'll get this in the corner. We'll just throw a temporary ladder in. They can get up there, and it'll be just fine. Plus, that'll let them pick up those logs, even though there's no space for them at the moment. Yeah, whatever. And then we are going to just get rid of, that's not rubble, get rid of all this stuff, all these dead berries. We don't need them. We're probably going to come in and just cut down these trees. We have plenty of logs, and it would take forever to have them manually cut them down. So go ahead and yell at me. I know I'm wasting trees, and later I will come back and say, gee, I wish I hadn't done that. But for now, I'm really happy that I'm doing it. So that's just what we're going to go with. So where's 11 here? There's 11. Let's mark that off. There we go. And done. Now we can get rid of this extra path. Cool. So that'll get us a little bit of farmland up here. We will eventually get up here and clear a lot more of this out of here. But we don't need a huge amount at the moment. What I do think we need to start thinking about, though, is our second farmhouse over here. And what I'm hoping is that I'll be able to get it, like, over here, over the water, so I don't have to take up any land. And that they'll be able to reach all of this. I think they won't have any problem with that. Yeah, it's perfect. Cool. And then these dudes are going to be harvesters for their priority. So that'll take a minute to get built because they have to build all of this out. But they'll probably work on this at the same time because they can't reach all of that. Plus, they're going to clear all of that stuff out. So they have a little bit of things to do. We're also down on power, and we're going to need to resolve that sooner rather than later. Water is our best source right now, mainly, you know, because the wind stops blowing, but that's not going to stop me from expanding the wind power, and now we can actually get that done, and that's what the dynamite's for. We're going to go down with the power shafts. Down with the power shafts, yes. Take them down. And go under this path and then pop back up and have wind just filling this area, probably temporarily. As you can see, not the most reliable all the time. That's okay. And then we may even throw in a few more compact water wheels, like back here-ish. And then find a way to get that all connected to the grid. We'll do that eventually. Right now, if I pause this farmhouse, then we'll use those platforms to build those water wheels. So that's what we are going to do. And then over here, they're making progress. They're working their way around. Oh yeah, I forgot I also had a path across there. So they're getting there. They're getting everything finished. I did add in a few more housing, a few more houses, and then even added in a little walkway here so they can get in and out this way, even though they're able to go up and through them. I don't know. I wanted them to be able to go through there. What I'm curious about are these the walkways, because they're like just. Are they all just 1 meter tall? I think the stairs are taller. Yeah, stairs are taller. And then we have two-way station, which we don't really need right now. But like if I just did a walkway supported by a platform, I'm going to pause before I do anything stupid here. So like if I just did something like, well, it's not going to be tall enough though, is it? If I did something like that, yeah, that's still not gonna reach. I mean, they'd be able to walk across the top of it. I guess it would be helpful for the ones that live down on this level. They would be able to reach, but I don't know. I guess I just don't see the point of the walkways if they can just go up into the houses. Maybe it's an aesthetics thing. Like, I can see the point of the two-blade one. That's pretty awesome. But the rest of them, I'm just kind of not really certain why they're necessary. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments. But like this, I can see that being totally useful. Just like tack that on. Like it looks like they can just get there from the houses. Just like tack that thing on. Two-way connection for the lodge walkway. This allows users to pass between the two-ways and the walkways. So like, maybe we'll just get out of this if there's a walkway attached to it, and boom, this is like a two-way station. Gonna have to test that eventually. We are going to have two ways sooner rather than later because we're getting spread out pretty quick, and I would like them to be able to get back and forth for everything faster. So we probably will be looking at two ways very, very soon. So we've got all of this built over here. So now they're coming over here and building this out, and then they'll do the dynamite and then the water wheels. And then we'll have to figure out how we're going to get the water wheels connected. Probably just going to run a temporary connection up and over to the wind. But let's get it built here. We're just going to jump cut to when all of that is done over here. We can blast that out. And they actually got this done way before they got the wheels done. So we're just going to go ahead and get that taken care of. And we're going to run a solid power shaft and then that friend there. And then we're going to come under. And then we're going to run a solid just right there. And then I'm pretty sure I can just do this and that connects it. Yeah, should. So then I can just put that there and boom. For everybody who's always told me I need to bury my power. There you go. I did it. I finally did it. And I hope you're happy. So we will go with just like, I'll give us 6 wind turbines. And that's... or windmills. What's this? Solid power. Why is that in solid power shaft tunnel? Tunnels through terrain replaced. Oh, I see. Okay. So I could have just placed that like there and I wouldn't have had to do what I did. Oh well. I think that's, I'm looking at that right. So we'll connect that way, and then we'll just connect these this way. That way they can get to all of it, because I can walk in behind and get all of that connected. And then I just need to find like a nice way to connect this. And I think the way we're going to do that is in preparation for some other things that we're going to be doing over in this area. I am going to set this one back 1, like that, yep, and run the path there, unpause that, and then we're going to bring, again, this is temporary, don't get upset with this, this is not going to stay this way, so then we need to go up here, and then we just need to connect all this stuff. What is that, 5? Oh, look at me eyeballing that. And then that'll get all that connected. This is eventually going to become for beet and radish juice. Thank you. I know it was in the comments. Somebody suggested using that, and I think that is probably a good thing to play. I was going to do tomatoes over here. We may do both tomatoes and beets over in that area. I believe they're all just things we plant. Yeah. We already have radishes, so yeah. God, that sounds disgusting. Beet and radish juice. And then we can do tomatoes, which I think you can grill tomatoes. Yes? No. I thought there was something else tomatoes went into. Oh, they go into stuffed peppers. That sounds good. But still a lot to clear out over here and a lot to get built. So I think we will watch them build our little power extension here, as well as these dudes that aren't going to get used for a very long time, but that's okay. And we'll get this stuff done, and then we'll wrap up today by building out our new farm. So as they finish up these last ones, I'm just kind of curious. This gear, it did. It looks like it did anyway. Connect to both buildings. Ah, it's so cool. It's connected to both buildings and then goes down there and then goes up there. I dig that. I love the new power shafts. They are fantastic. So, 1925, yeah, this is all one network now. More than enough power, so awesome. They should be, yep, over here doing all of this good work. So this will take just a moment for them to get all of this cleared out, though it looks like we are at the end of a day, so I'm going to have to wait and be patient, but we can get some things under construction. And the first thing is going to be, let's not do that. Let's stick with overhangs. It's going to be a farmhouse that should probably reach most of this. A good chunk of it. We're going to want a second one anyway, so I'm okay with the fact that it doesn't quite reach it all. Yay, a bad tide. Did our apples have a shot this time? In 3 days, so we will get some apples before they all die again. God, it's so annoying. Anyway, no, look, guys, this is your priority, this stuff. Because we got new plants growing down here because we've been so long ago that we marked all this for demolition. There we go. Thanks, friends. So bring that across. Why didn't I go there and knock that down? Oh yeah, we're gonna do that later. This is the one I want to cut down. I'm like, why is that not connected? Because you didn't connect it. Just get rid of this, not necessary anymore, and then boom, that was literally all just so I could make my path connect. That's the only reason I did it. Can I please delete that path? Will you just stay there? Jeez, it would not stay on it. So back to the farmhouse. We will get that going, and then we will run this over to here, and we've got another dude there, and then we need to reprioritize again because we've added some in. Sweet. They should be able to get back here to all this. Yes. Oops. Let's see why not. I really don't see any valid reason for them to not be able to get back here. So how far is this going to go over? That's 5 right now. It's going to definitely get to our 11. So I'm going to get these trees gone, get our paths in, and then we will figure out what crops are going to go where. I think it's just going to be beets and tomatoes. So it's the middle of the night. The paths are all in. They've just got a couple more trees to chop down, including one that managed to germinate. It's fine. So yeah, we're gonna do beets and tomatoes over here, but we need storage for both of those. And then we're also gonna need storage for the beet and radish juice. I think we're gonna use this area over here for some storage. Let's see, what would be a good way to do this? So tomatoes can just be in a big giant storage. I'd love to get them in like one of these big massive ones, but it takes up some space. Worth it? I think so. I could go like that and have a path come through, dividing up this section a little bit like that, and then we could yeah, it's gonna be tomatoes, so we're gonna have lots of tomatoes. Where tomatoes? Way down here. And yeah, they only get used in one of the things, so that'll be fine. So that'll be where the tomatoes will go, and then we're gonna come in with an overhang. Can I get over that? I can get over that. There we go. We're gonna throw an overhang there, and then we're gonna come in with a large tank. And yeah, let's go right there. And this is going to be where our beet and radish juice winds up going. And then, actually, nope, I take that back. We're going to bump that over. That is going to go there. I really want one of these. It stores so much, but I'm not gonna do it. Not yet. We're just not there yet. At least I don't think so. And then just to see if there are any radishes left over, we're gonna put this friend here, and then that that can just be a thing. So radishes are one of these. No? Oh, can they not eat radishes on their own? I bet they can. I'm sure they can. Where are freaking radishes? All right, one of you has to be radishes. It's not radishes I'm looking for. It's beets. That's why I can't find them. So there's baked beets and wait, no, it is beets. Okay, man, my brain just there for a minute was just like, nope. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, cool. So the farmhouse will get put in, and then we can plant both of those things that I just said, tomatoes and what's here? I keep forgetting. This is radish. We want beets. Okay. Sheesh. All right, so let's go beets like that, but not on this other side because that's just silly. If those can go, so that should be good there. They can come back a little bit further, and then they can get all of this for tomatoes, but not all of this is ready for planting. But it will be eventually. We're going to do some things in some water management soon. I don't know how soon. So let's go. We're not going to be able to reach those. That's okay. We'll have them ready to be planted for the future. Let's go ahead and do a few more beets this way. Wow, they built that farmhouse already. I did not even notice that. And then a few more this way. And that should be fine. I know there's only the one farmhouse, and it may take a while, but I really do think that it'll be okay. We have a dozen beavers available to work other jobs, and they'll get this stuff built and be able to start storing that, and then you will be able to start storing beet and radish juice. I'm wondering if... Now we've got 200 radishes stored. I was wondering if we should maybe up our radish storage, but I really think it'll be fine. So I want to get as much of this planted as they can. Leaving this section for now, just to see what's what. And then I think I will go ahead before we wrap up today. Even though I'm worried that they're just gonna die again, add in another forester over here that can reach like this little area, and we're gonna plant. Oh, actually, we'll need how much? You can reach all that though. You can reach most of it. So we will plant a few more apple trees, like there. And that'll be good. So you'll be able to reach all that. You'll be able to go harvest them all. I'm not going to plant them next to the wind because that would probably be a bad thing. So we will get a few more apple trees planted, and we'll have a second forester over here helping out to get these guys replanted, and these every time they get taken out by a bad tide. We're going to have to deal with the bad tides soon, which is, I was kind of thinking we would just like punch a hole and go back out, but man, that's going to be a lot of work to do that. I really don't see a good place to send the bad water that's not going to be just a massive project to get up to the top, but that we just may do a massive project and literally just send it right back out. For now, I can't really think of any better solution right now, not until we start getting vertical with all of this, which we are going to go up quite a bit. I'm pretty certain that's how we're going to approach all this. I know I'm moving all around like a crazy man. It's because I'm trying to look at multiple things at once. Cool. So storage getting done. So we will have tomatoes eventually. They take a while to grow, 5 days. We don't have beehives here, do we? We do not, because we also don't have paper. So they're getting this done. We will have a place for beet and radish juice. We will have a place for beets if there's any left over. I'm thinking there probably will be. We'll have to see. We may, you know what? I am going to go ahead just to be safe. And we're going to expand our radish to like here. And that's it. Just that little bit. I guess we could maybe do some more over here if we need to. We'll see how it all pans out. So all this storage is built, and then they're about to get this done. So let's just jump cut to getting this finished. There we go. It's in, and that takes up our very last worker. But we do have 10 open beds and 9 little kits ready to be put to work. So cool. This will get us some more apples. We now have 2 foresters that will be able to work on the apple trees. So we have a brand new farm that we blasted out of nowhere to give us peach and radish juice. Ugh. And tomatoes. I'm all down. I like tomatoes, but beet and radish juice just sounds disgusting. I don't like beets. I like radishes, but I don't like beets. But whatever. We're going to leave it here. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.